Alright, very serious information now, and you better take it to heart, because unlike me, you can't detect energy. Now, for a while, I could detect this energy, and at first I thought it was a poison. I wasn't 100% sure, and I thought, am I just getting confused? Multiple things give off that same energy, and then it hit me. Because of how they bioengineered my phone to attack me, I realized that energy that I feel and can see is actually radiation. Now, here's the part that's going to blow your mind. It's not just radiation. You see, they've isolated the frequencies to attach to feelings and health or sickness, and they've split them into radiation. What does that mean? That means now they have a radioactive poison that they can spray, and you're not even going to see it because you just you're seeing the garden guy spray his lawn. If you're paying attention, you can probably see he looked like a fed though. Something looks sus about him. Now, really, this goes back to the fire ant bait, honestly, and because I told you that they were using this to poison, right? Now, but it's not just that. It's been upgraded now. See, they've added frequency to it. What does this mean? Okay, this means that if they want the area to be succumbed to sex, drugs, and alcohol, they can split those frequencies with radiation, spray it all over the place, and if somebody goes and sits down at a bench or sits on the grass and gets that radiation on them, that frequency then absorbs into their body. Okay? Now realize how bad this is, okay? This is why they put the 5G towers at schools. You see, I noticed this a couple of years ago, but I wasn't sure why. I thought it was just, poisoning, but now, with the realization that they can split frequency into radiation and spray it, and use the electromagnetic field of the radioactivity to enhance it, that means they can go spray a school with this poison, and because it's right under the tower, that's where it's most prominent. And you wonder why drug use and bad behavior in children has risen. It's not just people standing up to authority, which needs to be done. This is biochemically engineered warfare by the government, by the rich. Okay? And sad to say, this is done by those pedo scumbags. Okay? Because that same radioactivity, they've split the frequency, and if they spray it on things, say my dog, he goes and rolls around in the grass, and then all of a sudden, he starts acting like he wants to go find a girl dog. Couldn't figure it out. I thought it was just like demons. I'm like, be gone, demons. And if it wouldn't leave, it wasn't a demon. So if it's not a demon, what is it? Well, it's not a demon. It's controlling an electrobiomagnetic field of people through radiation poisoning, as on your food. Alright, now, if Bob had a dog, and Bob's dog rolled this one and that one, and then 20 people touched Bob's dog, that would spread to them, and so on and so forth. And then if those 20 people touched some money, and that money, went to a person, well, that touched to that too. Right. So, here's the thing. Alright? Now, it's funny because I usually always deny money. Even if I actually need it for anything, I'm just like, whatever, if I need something, it'll just show up somewhere, okay? And, even if I'm starving, I just deny food and stuff. But see, yeah, right? Is, is, is the influx of people giving you something because of, A, they realise that they fucked up and they're scared of what God's going to do? Or B, is it because that's poisoned? You see, now, You say, no, that's just crazy, man, that's just crazy, you see? Think positive, think positive. No, they're narcissistic, okay? And what does a narcissist do? They never change and they never bow, right? And that's not meaning not bow to anyone but God, because I bow to God, so you can't say I'm narcissistic, right? And I suffer to save people, so, yeah, whatever. They could be attacking you, but they're attacking me. But that's also your lesson, because they're attacking me and you don't stand up and say they're attacking me. You know, God charges you with their crimes. Either way, I digress. Doesn't matter. Point is, being attacked, right? And then, so, imagine you went and sat on a bench and you touched the tree, and then that, you know, you've touched your food. Now, your food's become radioactive and you've not getting the nutrition out of the food you need, okay? Same thing with either alcohol or a cigarette. You see, I did quit smoking a long time ago, but for some reason, Holy Spirit said, have a cigarette here or there. I couldn't figure out why. I said, bro, I don't want it. Doesn't make sense, right? There's a point, because I wasn't seeing. I saw the pattern, but I couldn't diagnose the pattern. Okay. I seen it and it was in the back of my head, but I wasn't sure what was going on. Okay. Now, so this is important. Okay. This is why only some illegal tobacconists get shut down, because some people are selling actual, like, real tobacco, and other ones are selling biochemically radioactive engineered. These are the ones that don't get shut down. Seen one? Never got shut down? It's not because they paid them off, it's because it's biological warfare. So Bob goes and buys a pack of smoke for $5 because he's like, fuck man, $5 for a pack of smokes? Yeah, no worries. But then he's touched that, and then he's touched the money, he's touched his wallet, and he's touched everything else, and everything after that he touches, that same frequency is transferred to, right? So it's not necessarily about what it is, but it's about they're trying to poison everything with radioactivity. That's the real reason they tried to go underground, because they thought it could save them. But, you know, yeah, listen, learn, and be careful. I probably could actually teach you how to read this energy and see it, but, I mean, it didn't bother me, because I'm like, it didn't really affect me that much, but I needed to figure out what it was about, and now I've discovered the full truth of it.